cat with a higher purpose helps a woman at her lowest.
He is absolutely amazing.
Service dogs learn life-saving commands. A special golden retriever
I'm sick to my stomach a little bit.
averts a colossal meltdown.
Thank you, Jay. She's really, really rompy.
Meet Jamie,
She's just a joy.
this gorgeous 2-year-old golden retriever.
She runs around, she does silly things.
Has a remarkable combination
She's up for anything.
of boundless energy
Just loves to play out in the country and in the yard.
and a steady disposition.
The calmness is the thing that really gets you.
Bred for hunting ducks and geese, this breed loves the water. They are also loyal and very bright.
Jamie has the intelligence of a 5-year-old child.
It's this superior intelligence and calm temperament that make her the ideal psychiatric service dog for her handler Kim, who suffers from PTSD and dissociative identity disorder.
Good girl. There's nothing like a golden retriever. Outside. They have an empathy for what we go through and read energy.
Kim got her condition after accepting a teaching position in Honduras. What she thought would be a fun adventure soon turned into a twisted nightmare.
I went to teach abroad, and the country I was in ended up in drug lord war.
Kim was regularly exposed to horrors that had a permanent impact on her brain.
I just saw a lot of things that really were so overwhelming that my brain couldn't really comprehend what was going on. In Honduras, just a cell phone will get you mugged. I went to bed regularly at night to gunfire, which in my mind I turned into fireworks to be able to deal with it. And after 7 months, I got myself out of there. And when I got home, things didn't feel right.
She may have left Honduras, but Honduras didn't leave her.
I had trouble going to grocery stores, getting into taxis. I was having trouble living on my own. I couldn't work. At my darkest, I would binge drink to the point where I was unconscious. I was homeless for 2 months. I was starting to get more and more desperate, really. My life was just spiraling into the toilet.
Kim was literally dying for answers. And, with a little luck and desperation, she found them.
I had been up for 4 days straight because I was in a manic cycle. And I was looking on the internet and found the term psychiatric service dog. Started to research it. So I found a woman's name and email that I could contact, and I emailed her at 4 in the morning. I got an answer back 32 minutes later with a lead of where I could get a psychiatric service dog. That led me through California, into British Columbia, to Toronto, to a visually impaired lawyer who knew of a man in Winnipeg who was looking for someone to train a dog for free. He was 7 blocks from my house.
There was one last hurdle. Would Jamie be a good fit?
Jamie and I clicked just right off the start. Good girl. Outside. To me, she looked like a big bear or a big lion. And she was just calm, and she walked beautifully beside me. And I just said, that's my girl.
Psychiatric dogs are fundamentally different from other service animals in one key way.
Psychiatric service dogs are especially trained for the person. So if you have a mobility dog, the dog is task trained, and you can switch people and the dog will continue to work. But with the psychiatric service dog, she gets to know my tendencies, and she tries to catch me in my behavior when it's early, because the earlier you catch the behavior, the less damage you cause and the less cleanup there is afterwards.
Jamie not only turned Kim's life around completely, but she also helped Kim meet future husband David.
My cousin and I decided to go listen to a friend of hers perform. So I brought Jamie because that's the only way I'm going to get myself there.
Kimberly was sitting with Jamie with some friends of mine, and I'm wondering, why would somebody bring a dog to a lounge? So I talked to her and found out that Jamie was a service dog.
And we started to talk, and then at the end of the night, he came over and asked me out on a date, and we've been together ever since.
When I first met Kimberly, she would sleep half the day away. And she was on a lot of medications. Since then, she has come off of 2 of her medications, which is extremely hard. She gets up in the morning, she's cheery.
Good girl, Jamie, over here. The dog helps us get up at a certain time. Then they get their good morning song. Good morning, good morning, ba-doom, ba-doom, the
As a family, they play and have fun. But Jamie never forgets she has an important job.
Good morning to you.
When Jamie puts on her service vest, she knows she's at work, and she becomes very vigilant in watching Kimberly.
There's a lot of anxiety that just goes with having what I have, because you never know when the ball's gonna drop. And she's the comfort that it doesn't matter if it drops, because she's there.
When Kimberly gets anxious, Jamie brings her back to the moment.
They learn when your body is in stress. She knows I'm stressed and she alerts. If it's quite serious and she really wants me to just stop, she'll pull me right to the ground. And I have to just sit and wait till we're both ready to go, and however long that takes, it takes.
If Jamie was not in Kimberly's life, I don't know where Kimberly would be, and I really don't want to think about that.
She's my most easy relationship. It's completely unconditional love, and she's the first entity that I learned to trust again, even when I didn't trust myself, because I'm still learning to.
Her calm nature and gentle disposition are transcendent qualities that can benefit everyone.
Jamie has taught me to slow myself down, smell the roses, don't sweat the small stuff, because she certainly doesn't. She's absolutely calm all the time.
Even though Jamie touches everyone, for Kimberly, the change has been extraordinary.
Oh, when Jamie's with her, she's more confident. Much more confident, more willing to do things, more at ease. More at ease.
Although Jamie has brought Kim back from a very dark place, there are still social challenges she would like to overcome.
I haven't met any of David's friends. He's gone into his friends, and I've just sat in the car because I couldn't make myself get out of the car.
So for the very first time in their 3-year relationship, Kim is going to meet one of David's friends, as well as prepare a meal, top to bottom.
This is going to be big.
Kimberly wants to make sure that everything is right. She wants to do the cooking, she wants to do the entertaining, and she doesn't do that normally. So this is going to be huge.
I want to do it all by myself.
But even with Jamie at her side, it won't be easy, because Kim has lots of triggers.
Before I meet someone, I can get quite nervous and agitated, and my thoughts can become self-questioning and negative. Maybe I should go change. Can you start on the dressing?
Yeah, sure.
And answer the door.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, answer the door. Somebody who talks to me could trigger me.
The worry is we could be having a conversation with my friend and she disassociates, or she may get angry and go upstairs and sleep. That's what could happen.
Kim has never cooked husband David a meal or met one of his friends. Today, she is doing both. And even with Jamie's calm reassurance, it might be too much.
I know.
Are you okay?
I just am sick to my stomach a little bit.
Do you want something to drink, or?
Maybe I should take some ginger gravel.
I will go get it for you.
The ginger kind medicine cabinet.
Okay.
The stress and pressure of meeting David's friend and cooking a meal from scratch,
Hi, Jay.
both for the very first time, proved too much
Hi, Shucks. Hi, Jay.
for Kim to handle.
Here you go, baby. Here's some water.
I have a blue cup there.
But with Jamie's calm
There's
reassurance,
not much in it.
Thank you, Jay.
she has a moment to get grounded again.
Jamie and Kimberly have definitely unconditional love for one another. They wouldn't do well without each other.
Thanks to Jamie's selfless dedication, a mini crisis is averted.
How are you?
And
Okay?
Kim is back behind the counter.
We're doing good, Jay.
But she is in for one more surprise.
Hey baby, I can't get a hold of Ken, so you know what? I'm hungry, let's just go ahead and eat.
Okay, I still have to cook the fish, though.
That's okay.
Even though the guest was a no-show, with Jamie's help, Kim broke down new barriers.
You know, this is the first time that you've done this since we've been together. It's amazing.
It is shopping, planning the meal, making it, looking at Jamie to ground myself. It all worked.
It was great.
And now we get to eat food from our garden. It turned into a candlelight dinner for two.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Cheers, baby.
My dog gave me a family. Without Jamie, my life would have a lot more moments of darkness. Good girl.
Marrying Kimberly and being involved with her, my brain, my eyes, everything has been opened right up. These animals are a godsend. They really are.
This is the home of Dominion Service Dogs, a non-profit organization that trains service dogs for frontline and military personnel suffering from PTSD.
All the senior dogs, level 2, come on out.
In this drill, Lisa Marie is teaching the pups to lie down and stay,
Reinforce your stay if you have to.
while their handlers back away.
Stay.
Hey, not everybody gets it right the first time.
It's showtime, eh? Normally you should be able to go do an activity, come back, and the dog should be in a down stay. Sit. Down. Stay.
Now they're going to do it again,
Stay.
only this time the handlers leave the room completely. Don't worry, buddy, they'll come back. It's important that the pups can be relied on to stay where they are,
Get down, stay.
so their owners can do activities where the dogs aren't necessary. Lisa Marie feels it's important for handlers to work with their own dogs. It creates a bond and gives them a sense of accomplishment.
You want them feeling empowered. That's why I let them train their own dogs, so they can feel a sense of belonging, a sense of self through that. So it's very empowering for them and for me.
Aragon's a special cat,
I've never met an animal that has his own journey.
and his handler Cece is along for the ride.
He is absolutely amazing.
I'm Aragon, actor, comedian, social activist. But most people know me as Lord Tubington from the hit show Glee.
He just looks fluffy and lovable. And then he's got these giant paws. They're like the size of a baby tiger.
He's kind of human.
He is a Bengal domestic breed. It's a wild cat that has been bred with a domestic American cat. He is extremely affectionate and highly intelligent.
Have you ever seen a cat go paddleboarding? I haven't.
He can do anything from fetch, jump in the bathtub with you. I mean, the things that we've experienced together, the traveling, he's unreal.
Although he paddleboards, goes for walks, plays fetch, and acts, what makes Aragon most remarkable is that he's a therapy cat for his handler Cece.
I have the kind of personality that is like something out of the movie Elf. Everything's happy and I'm excitable and everything's fun. And then there's a part of me that is very, very sad and finds no joy.
Cece has been diagnosed with a variety of changing conditions, starting at a very young age.
They called me minimal brain dysfunction when I was a kid. And I noticed an intense inner sadness at about 9. And that sadness confused me. And I had a strong compulsion to drink at 13.
My name is Ben Card. I'm her father. Her addiction to alcohol occurred when she was very young, in junior high to some extent.
My name is Krista, and I'm Cece's partner. She was diagnosed bipolar, and that she also had addiction with alcohol that only fed the depression.
But mental health issues and addiction weren't the only stigmas Cece struggled with.
Oh my God, you're gay. Oh my God, you're a bipolar, or manic depression is what they called it.
To her credit, when she was about 23 years old, she got herself off alcohol and has been sober ever since.
Although Cece had conquered alcoholism, her depression continued to spin out of control.
My lowest point was when my very closest friend committed suicide. I was devastated.
She knew if she didn't find answers, she might follow the same path. That's when a friend recommended a therapy animal. But Cece was unsure, especially about a cat. But that's until she saw Aragon's picture.
I laid eyes on Aragon through a picture that was sent to me from the Bengal Rescue just outside of Washington, D.C. And I fell in love with him instantly.
So she hopped on a plane and went with her dad to go see him.
He was giant even at 1 year old.
But that first encounter wasn't exactly warm and fuzzy.
When I looked at him and he looked at me, it was terrifying. We have a wild animal here.
When we first had him in the hotel room, he was a wild cat.
The first time I realized that I was building a connection with him was when I made it to the airport. And I'm holding him like this, and we start to take off, and we're humbling and bumbling and going and going. And I look over at my dad, and we're taking off, and the cat is just completely relaxed, massaging my hand.
He thinks the world of her, and it's kind of funny how they're really similar.
They both love to cuddle and have a sense of adventure.
I started taking him on a leash and engaging him in his environment.
That cat couldn't wait till we would get home. That cat was raring to go for a walk.
Sometimes he'd break out in a run and he'd slow down and observe things and check it out.
Aragon has changed her life in more positive ways that I can list.
Giving her a sense of purpose. It's giving her a sense of duty, providing for somebody else. It's giving her a life in a way.
Since Aragon has done so much for Cece, she felt compelled to pay that gift forward. So she decided to get him certified as a therapy cat with Pet Partners.
Pet Partners is a national organization that bonds an owner and a pet that's been certified through a training process. The owner goes to the training to learn how to get on the same page as the pet.
Once certified, these teams go out and provide animal therapy to schools, nursing homes, and hospitals.
The patient who's just come out of a surgery 1 or 2 days is visited by a team. I'm a team with Aragon, and the animal goes in and the person is engaged with the natural healing of the animal.
Aragon facilitates that natural being of service to others. It gives her a lot of self-satisfaction.
She feels like she's giving back, and she sees the joy it brings other people, so I think it really gives her a sense that she's doing something positive.
You don't focus on yourself, you find ways to be of service. So I do Pet Partners therapy work as part of my spiritual journey.
Now that journey has come full circle. Cece and Aragon are going to visit a group of at-risk teens in a similar place to where she was at their age.
What Aragon and I are going to do is go to a shelter working with at-risk youth.
Having to go and maybe expose her own story in front of a group of young people who maybe she has some similarities with might make her feel a little emotional.
That's sharing my deeper message. I don't share that all the time. I know I'll be vulnerable, but that group can relate to that.
After she benefited so dramatically from animal therapy, Cece wanted to give back a little of what she calls cat magic. So her and Aragon are meeting with an at-risk youth group.
This is me going full circle with my story of recovery. I may get emotional and I'm scared, but I'm just going to trust that it'll be his innate love with my words of transformation. Welcome to the Aragon Show. Aragon is a 24-pound Bengal cat. Somebody thought we could be possible friends, and it's been a love affair ever since. So in my life, I've gone through different challenges. I grew up in Laguna. I skateboarded and surfed and ran and played sports. Deep inside of myself, though, I was experiencing pain. I don't know, just a sadness. I can't really put my finger on what that sadness is, but I know what's worked for me is sharing my joy through the love of an animal like Aragon. And so I wanted to share the joy of what I've been able to discover when we go visit people.
Cece knows part of that joy comes from tactile interaction.
So this is what I call cat magic. So as you pet Aragon, you start to feel the softness of his fur. You start becoming more calm. Your heart rate drops.
Just having the cat here is really relaxing and calming, and it makes me feel like at ease. It also shows you how to adapt to new environments because, I mean, the cat's never been here before. It doesn't know any of us, yet it can still be calm and relaxed and allow all of us to enjoy its company.
Aragon's energy has saved my life. I'm able to be real, be vulnerable in what I've experienced, and share the love that we have for each other with other people that may have felt that way at different times. Aragon has changed my life in helping me share a story of love to more people.